Let me ask you a brutal question. If you were handed $10,000 today, would that money actually change your life? Or would it quietly disappear? Because for most people, statistically, it's gone within 6 months. Not because they're lazy, not because they're bad with math, but because they're running the wrong financial operating system. Today, you're taking the rich brain versus poor brain test. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people fail this test every single day without realizing it. Level 1. How you think about income. The poor brain asks one simple question. How much do I make? The rich brain asks a very different one. How much do I keep? That tiny shift changes everything. Here's a simple math check. Person A earns $100,000 a year and saves nothing. Person B earns $50,000 a year and saves 30%. After 10 years, person B is wealthier every time because income is a leaky bucket and savings rate is the plug. If your brain celebrates raises but ignores savings, that's a poor brain signal. Level 2. Spending identity. Why do you spend money? The poor brain spends money to feel rich. The rich brain delays spending to become rich. The poor brain asks, can I afford the monthly payment? The rich brain asks, does this slow my engine? Every expense is doing one of two things. It's either fuel or it's friction. Cars, gadgets, lifestyle upgrades, they often feel like progress, but many of them act like anchors. If your spending exists to impress people you don't even care about, that's a poor brain habit. Level 3. Time horizon. This is where most people fail permanently. The poor brain thinks in weeks. The rich brain thinks in decades. The poor brain asks, what do I want right now? The rich brain asks, what will future me thank me for? Wealth feels boring in the beginning because compounding is invisible at first. The line looks flat. Progress feels slow. And this is exactly where most people quit, right before the curve bends. If your brain needs fast rewards to stay consistent, that's a poor brain weakness. Level 4. The crossover point. This is the line that changes everything. The crossover point is when your assets pay for your life, not your job, not your boss, not your time. Here's the simplest math you'll ever hear. If your life costs $3,000 per month, you need assets producing $3,000 per month. That's it. Not millions, not luxury, just income-producing assets covering expenses. When markets fall, the poor brain panics. The rich brain sees fuel on sale. If volatility scares you away from investing, that's a poor brain reaction. Level 5. Emotional control. The final test. The poor brain relies on motivation. The rich brain relies on systems. Fear and greed are expensive emotions. The rich brain removes decision-making entirely. Money moves automatically. Investments happen automatically. Progress continues even when motivation disappears. Automation is boring, and boring is profitable. If your plan depends on feeling motivated, that's a poor brain flaw. So how do you pass the test? Here's the good news. Passing this test doesn't require intelligence. It requires defaults. Save before you spend. Invest automatically. Increase savings every time income increases. Build the engine before polishing the car. Most people don't fail financially. They simply never build the right brain. But once you see the game clearly, you can't unsee it. Wealth isn't luck. It's the moment money starts working harder than you do. And if this video made you uncomfortable, that means your brain is already changing.